All right, we're recording, guys. All right, so hi everyone. My name is Derek Perfida. I am a junior here at Springfield College. This section of the virtual open house is the student panel. So obviously all of the panelists are students here on campus. You're going to hear firsthand of what it's like to be a student here at Springfield College. We put together some most frequently asked questions. So these are the questions we see on tours, and all these families, they like to ask a lot of the students, just kind of their perspective on things. So if you guys at any times have any questions, you want a panelist to elaborate on a question, just there should be a chat box in the bottom of your screen. Send a chat and then we'll be able to we'll answer it the best we can. So let's start. We'll have the panelists introduce themselves. Let's go with Dom first.
Hi everyone, I'm Dom. I'm a junior in the exercise science program. I'm also the president of the exercise science club. A little bit about me, I studied abroad last semester and I really enjoy the Humanities Philosophy at Springfield.
Thanks, Dom. We'll go to Kay next.
Hi everyone, my name is Kay. I am a junior in the occupational therapy program. On campus, I am a co-chair for the pre-camp program. I do student ambassador, so I give tours and help out on accepted student stays and open houses. I studied abroad in Norway last year. Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
Thanks, Kay. We'll go to Emma.
Hi everyone, I'm Emma. I'm part of the elementary and special education with math and computer technology major. I also have a minor in coaching, and I'm a junior here, and I'm also part of pre-camp, and I studied abroad, like Dom and Kay just said, to New Zealand last year, and I'm also the captain of the Ultimate Frisbee team.
We'll go to Katie.
Hi guys, my name is Katie Israelian. I am a senior double majoring in psychology and sociology with a concentration in social work. I'm a member of the Partners Program, a former member of pre-camp, just phased out of that, an ambassadors member, and yeah, lots of odd jobs around campus.
Todd.
Hi guys, my name is Todd. I am a junior in the sport management program, and I'm on the football team, and yeah, I'm also an ambassador as well, like the others.
Nate.
Hi guys, Nate. I'm a senior in the occupational therapy program. I'm also part of ambassadors, but besides that, I'm not as involved as everyone else, but that's okay.
And then Brianna.
Hi guys, I'm a junior at the college. I am involved in Culture Connections leadership program. I am involved in a lot of other clubs. So I have 2 work studies on campus, and I'm on SCDM, so Springfield College dance team, which is really exciting.
Cool. All right, let's get with some of the questions. Again, if anybody has questions, please feel free to put them in the chat. And so I'll have all of you guys answer this question. What's the culture, in your opinion, at Springfield College? And we could go in that same order with Dom first.
I would say that the culture is just very welcoming. Once you step foot on campus, you feel like you're within a family and a community within just being on campus. Even though we're really small, we really take pride in having close connections with everybody, whether it be your classmates or even your professors.
Kay?
So something that I think will be reiterated a lot on this panel is our Humanities Philosophy, which is all about educating the whole self in spirit, mind, and body through leadership in service to others. So I think specifically that service portion is really important on our campus, and that happens right on campus through your interactions with your peers and students and professors, and then also off campus. So serving others and just being a part of a bigger community, as a whole, I think is a really important culture of Springfield that I really appreciate, and I know all of our students like to be a part of. So yeah.
Emma?
I think our Springfield does a really good job with like offering many different like clubs and organizations that make you like step out of your comfort zone. So it's really nice that you can join a bunch of different clubs on campus and they'll accept you. As Dom said, they're very welcoming and they'll just accept and love you for who you are. So that's a really nice part of our campus.
Katie?
Kind of just to echo what some other people have said already, I think the biggest quality that Springfield has is support. Everyone, it's like you have a couple hundred friends constantly rooting for you at all times and trying to watch you be the best person you can be, whether that's like spiritually, emotionally, or academically.
Todd?
Yeah, basically like what everyone has been saying, you know, everyone's here for you. You never feel like you're out of the picture. Even if you really don't know someone that well, they do treat you well. Or what, you know, you just meet someone randomly, you feel like they've been your best friend for years at this point. So we're really good at here, you know, with that.
Nate?
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna echo everybody and say my favorite part is the support. When you come in, especially the support academically, everyone wants you to succeed. There's nobody out there trying to make you fail. So everybody wants you to get to your goal, which is graduating, which is really important, obviously.
And then Brianna?
So like Emma was saying, the clubs and organizations are really welcoming. They will like open you with open arms. You will learn what they're all about. And me as a freshman, I joined a bunch of clubs. They were all so welcoming and I'm still part of them to this day. I'm still great friends with a lot of them. So even when they graduate, it's like you still have that connection with them. You still keep in touch with them. So it's just really great.
Cool, thanks guys. All right, we'll go to the next question. And again, anybody can answer this. It's whoever, if you feel comfortable doing it. What is campus life like? Do people go homes on the weekend? What type of things students do for fun during the week and on weekends? Anybody?
I can take this. Oh, okay. So a lot of people do go home with it being a Zoom semester. It's not as fun as it usually is, but like with the programs and the clubs and the organizations always putting on something new. Right now they just installed an ice rink, so there's open skate hours. You could always go there, even if you don't know how to skate, like go with your friends, go hang out. They have food trucks, which is amazing. It's free food, who doesn't like that? But yeah, they try to make it fun and welcoming and engaging for everyone. So it's like you won't be sitting in your room all day, and always feel free to join a club, even if you don't know anyone. Just get out there. So it's great.
Yeah, kind of backing off on that, I was going to mention CAB, which is kind of what she was talking about, like all those events that she was talking about CAB puts on, which CAB is Campus Activity Board, and I was a part of it, and it's just really fun. Put on events for everyone every Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights, and it just, as Brianna was saying, like gets the community together, and we all just, you'll never be bored on this campus. There's always something to do, which is awesome.
And just to add on to that, like Brianna was saying, even with COVID and trying to maintain like social distancing and correct policies and guidelines, I have to give big props to the Student Activities Office and the CAB office, because they have created so many opportunities for our students just recently to get outside, stay active, like stay together in a community, but safely. We just had a cross-country senior event at East Campus. That was awesome. First people to go try something new and really embrace the cold weather instead of like being inside all cooped up, experiencing some cabin fever. They got everyone outside. We just did curling, and our ice skating rink, as Brianna was saying, is open. So big props to them for finding ways to like have fun in the cold while being safe.
Anybody else? Good. I think you guys killed that portion. All right, what is there to do off campus? You know, a lot of families ask, what's the city of Springfield and what's the surrounding areas? What's there to do? So in your opinion, like what's around campus? You know, what do you guys do that's fun off of campus?
Yeah, I'll go. you know, I'm a guy that loves to eat, you know, so there's a lot of food around that you can eat. You know, there's Chipotle, Hot Table is my favorite place to go to usually, so I'll do that. But you know, most of the time I just stay on campus. To be honest with you, you know, it's fun on campus for me. So if I don't need anything or if I'm not hungry or something like that, I'll just stay on campus. I like to go to Walmart. That's a little fun trip for me, you know. Always need something from Walmart at some point. I actually need to go to Walmart today. So, but other than that, there's a lot of stuff that's off campus that that is offered to you, and everything you need and anything you want to do. And it's a you know Springfield's a good college area. You know, there's a lot of schools around here, so there's going to be a bunch of stuff you do.
I was also going to say going out to eat. That was definitely my number one thing. Number one reason I go off campus to get food.
I feel like besides just going off to get food, there's a lot of like hiking trails and mountains that people like to go and do, especially when the weather's nice. There's also like a local mall that we typically have a shuttle. I'm pretty sure that's still in place for the semester. That will bring freshmen who aren't allowed to have cars on campus, that will bring them to and from the mall. So that's always a fun afternoon on like a Saturday to go out with a few friends.
And we also have the Basketball Hall of Fame, which is like 5 or 10 minutes away from campus. So you go there, there's a Cold Stone is right next to it. So make a day out of it, go get some ice cream. It's fun.
We're also a really good distance between New York City and Boston. So our cab office typically runs a lot of events going to either Red Sox games or going into the city for the day. And you can go for like $5 or $10 and get transportation to and from, like sponsored by the college. So you know you're safe with your college friends. So that's a really unique experience, especially if you're coming from out of the New England area and you like want to experience some bigger cities. So that's a really cool opportunity that we have as well.
Good. All right. Next question. I know a lot of you guys, or a couple of you guys, have jobs on campus. Talk about your work study and different student employment opportunities that are on this campus.
So I'll go. You can literally get a job almost everywhere. A lot of places are looking for help, whether it just be like clerical stuff or more community action based things. Throughout my time here, the Partners Program is like a work study option if you qualify. So you kind of just hang out with kids from the local school districts and help them with their homework, kind of get them engaged and just act as like a peer mentor for them. I also work in the chemistry department as a lab assistant. There's a lot of positions like that, just helping out teachers and professors, which allows you to build like an amazing rapport with them in general. And yeah, there's also a phone-a-thon. I've been a part of that, just calling past alumni and asking for support. So there's lots of opportunities.
I'm a tutor on campus, so that's my job. So I set up meetings I'm tutoring one class this semester, and to become a tutor, you have to get an A in the class, and then you help tutor other people. It's free. It's good. I've been a tutor and I've been tutored, and it helps a lot.
Good. Yeah, I mean, this whole all around campus, it relies on students to work on campus. So every building you walk into, there's a student sitting at a desk or checking people in. So it is true, you could find a job literally anywhere on campus. So there's a ton of different employment opportunities, and you can find anything. All right. Oh, we have a question. So are these jobs really beneficial for the college semester? So
I could go. So I think yes. So there's two ways you could do it. You could either have like your paycheck go into your tuition, so help with that, or you could just have it straight to your bank account so you could have money. Personally, I did both. So I think it's beneficial. either way you do it, because in the end, it does help with whatever you're doing. When I get into my bank account, it's like I'm usually buying books, buying food. So yeah.
Cool, thank you. All right, next question. So we have a couple of orientation programs. We have Dune Orientation, NSO, Pre-Camp, Cultural Connections. Do you guys, if you're a part of them, want to just elaborate on them and tell the prospective students, a little bit about those different programs?
So I can speak on behalf of Pre-Camp. Pre-Camp is a pre-orientation program for first-year students. So we take about 60 to 80 first-year students. It's an application, and you would apply throughout the summer before arriving to campus. And you arrive 4 days prior to all the other freshmen arriving, and we go to our East Campus, which is about a mile down the road. It's 60 acres of wooded area. It's our outdoor learning center, and we set up tents for all the campers to come in. So it's a camping experience, but it's more like glamping. We have catered food and bathrooms and showers, and you sleep on cots. So it shouldn't be too far out of anyone's comfort zone, but it's a really great experience to disconnect and help ease your transition into college. We do a lot of like leadership and trust activities, a lot of bonding activities, a lot of just quality time spent together to meet new people and build those friendships. And then all of our students are paired with upperclassmen leaders. So when you walk onto campus, you already have your person to cling on to and to say, bring me to the grocery store, where are my classes, or who's the best teacher to take? So there's a lot of really great opportunities that kind of come out of pre-camp. And it's just a really cool experience. It's my favorite thing that I've ever done at Springfield College. I speak so highly of it, and I know it's really scary to leave your family 4 days earlier than you have to. But I promise you, like, just there's so many benefits to it that you're not even going to realize until 4 years later that you gain from it. So it's a really great experience, and I highly recommend looking into it more.
NSO, anybody want to talk about NSO or Cultural Connections?
I could do cultural connections. So like pre-camp, we do a week before classes and move-in actually starts. And we go spend a day with, not the whole day, probably like a couple hours with pre-camp just so we could get to know them and we could like just talk and hang out and stuff like that. So Culture Connections, we actually do sleep in the dorm. We do leadership, team building. We do like cultural differences and explore that and have conversations around that and everything. We actually do have fun. So during like that first week, before COVID, we went roller skating. It was terrible. I can't skate. These people that I just met like 2 or 3 days prior, like helped me skate. And like we went to the arcade. It was really fun. And Culture Connections lasts like throughout the whole year. So there's an office you can go hang out. There's always a bunch of people so you can meet first year, sophomores, juniors, seniors, all these upperclassmen, and get to build a bond with them. And a lot of us like going out to eat. So sometimes we just randomly go to restaurants and it's fun. Like we have snack in the office. We do work, but we also have fun at the same time. And if you're in it for all 4 years, you get a stole at graduation. And that is my favorite part because I love those like stripes and cords. So yeah.
I could talk about Dune Orientation. So all the incoming freshmen have to do Dune Orientation before they come onto campus in the fall. Again, before COVID, it would be a full day on campus. You're touring the school, you're doing your math placement tests, you're picking your classes and your schedule. So it's just the Dune Orientation program is a really good way to, again, get to know 20 to 30 students in your major. But over this past summer with COVID, we did it online. So we met virtually, we did Zoom meetings and all that stuff. So again, it's just another way that the college prepares you to get ready for the semester and make sure that you're comfortable with coming to campus and you're ready. Can anybody talk about NSO?
I can talk about NSO. So basically, like if you like do or don't do pre-camp or culture connections, everyone, all the incoming freshmen come for NSO, which NSO stands for New Student Orientation. And basically it's just like a fun couple of like days before classes start. And you have your group and you have like 2 leaders usually, and you you get to meet new people and you get to really like know your group. So that's really nice that you have friends going in. They'll give you kind of like a tour of the campus. There are like fun different like events. There's also some like deeper things where you kind of like get to know people better. And then, yeah, it's like a good fun way to like get to know everyone. All these programs are really great and highly suggest looking into all of them.
I just want to add, as someone who came here and I didn't know a single person on campus, these orientations were really important for me to get to know people. And the school does a great job at integrating students into the population, which is awesome.
Cool, thank you guys. All right, we'll move on. What is it like to be a student athlete on campus? What's the commitment, team impact? And yeah, I think we have Todd, plays football. So do you want to elaborate on that one?
Yeah, being a student athlete, it's the best decision I could have made. And you're not just, a player, you do a lot of different things, especially like you touch on team impact. In high school, I never did something like that. And, coming to Springfield, I got to, work with Luke Bradley, which is life-changing. The kid's awesome. And you do like community service, stuff like that too. Go places around Springfield, clean up, just anywhere you can help. But the people that I played with, they became my best friends and people that I'm going to be connected with for the rest of my life. And also like other teams, you get really close with them as well. Not the school's not cliquey at all with that situation or nothing like that. You really get to integrate yourself with everyone around you. And it's like a little community, but it's a community inside a community, and it feels really good. But yeah.
I'll just add on to that. I ran cross country my freshman year. I absolutely loved that. It was such a good experience. I'm really glad that I did it. Springfield College is a D3 school, and I definitely believe this is the best place to be a student athlete. Our coaches are all required to also be professors. All of our athletics teams have required or mandatory study halls. That's an opportunity for you to like get your work done and be in your team setting. So there's definitely like a really good balance of student athlete. Just as much as you need to go home and do your homework, your coaches also need to go and prep their classes for the next day. And your professors are also very understanding that, you're a whole being here. As I said before, like spirit, mind, and body are 3 sides of the balanced triangle. And I think that everyone respects that idea. And your professors understand that you're an athlete and your coaches understand that you're a student. And so it's very doable and manageable to like be your whole self here. And if athletics are something that you can't get rid of yet, then Springfield's a great place to continue on in that experience. But also if you want to take a step down, we have intramurals and club teams as well, which are just so fun to stay active and everyone gets involved in them. We're like a very active campus. We really like enjoy pushing ourselves and working out and being in that competitive experience or atmosphere. So those are really fun ways to also stay involved if you don't want to compete at a D3 level.
Nate can
Yes,
talk about some intramurals, that's for sure.
Yeah, intramurals are they're a lot of fun. I've played a ton of different ones. There's anything you can think of. There's soccer, football, flag football, basketball, volleyball, slow pitch softball. They're doing cornhole this semester. I'm definitely missing some, but there's a lot of good ones, a lot of different things you could try. A lot of people over their freshman year, because they don't know too many people, they'll do like a team with their floor, and that's a really good way to meet the people that you live with. So they're a good way to get to know people, and like Kay said, to stay active. They're a lot of fun.
Emma, what were you gonna say? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going to say the same thing. I was going to just like elaborate on like intramurals and club sports. Like as Kay was saying, if you don't want to give up sports yet and you want to like try something new, like I'm part of the like ultimate frisbee team, like I said before, and I never played like ever in my life. And then I like stepped out, and like it's just such a fun sport. And there are so many other club sports, and it's cool to see like club sports because most of them are like student run. So like we have like captains and stuff. So it's really cool to see the leadership and like people step up. So that's also an awesome part of like the sports here on campus as well.
Cool, thank you guys. All right, next question. What is the housing and roommate process? How does anybody want to elaborate on that one?
I can elaborate on that one. So basically, the housing contracts will all open up and everybody's required to sign it before they can start their roommate selection and or housing preferences and stuff like that. So as a freshman coming in, you can either choose a roommate if you already know somebody who's also coming in, and you would just list their name and they would list your name. If not, you can also go random for your first year or any year for that matter. Sometimes that's a nice way to just know, like meet somebody brand new and like just know that you have like a random connection with somebody. You typically fill out a questionnaire that like pairs you with somebody who has at least similar interests for the most part. And then if things do, like if issues do arise, like you can request to switch roommates at any point with a small fee. You just have to interact with your RA for it.
How does laundry work, guys? How does that process work?
I could go. So laundry is free here. Just bring your own detergent and actually know how to do laundry. So some advice I got before you come to college, actually try doing laundry at home if you don't, so you could know how to. There's actually a website you could look to see like if the laundry rooms are empty and like the washers and dryers situation. Every residence hall has like a laundry room in the basement. So, and there is a lost and found. So people leave their clothes there all the time. All the clothes are in there. Make sure you get all your clothes out of the washer and dryer because I lose socks that way. And yeah.
Good, 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 good. All right, next question. So what's the process of having cars on campus? Who can and who can't have a car?
So freshmen are encouraged not to bring a car to campus their first year just because there's just so much stuff to do at the college in general. You really won't need to go many places. But if you do need to get off campus, we do have a shuttle system that brings you to Walmart, Target, the movie theater sometimes. But you can have a car on campus as a first year if you have a medical reason.
I never had a car. I'm a senior, never had a car, and it's never been an issue for me. My friends always, if I need something and they're going, I can go with them. Or we have the pod in the Union, which is like a little convenience store, and it has like toothpaste, deodorant if you run out of that, and a bunch of snacks. So I'm actually gonna go there later today because I need milk.
All right, now this is a big question. How's the food on campus? And what are the different options that our dining service provides for students?
This is a big question. I actually love the food on campus. Just recently, we switched our provider to Harvest Table, and they have like a farm to table kind of fresh, organic food model. And I think they really stick by that. Like they locally source their food from different farms in the Western Mass area. You always know like where everything's coming from, and they just provide a lot of really healthy and fresh options. They're always up to every time I go into Cheney, there's something new going on. And I think all the like dining service people are really passionate and excited about that, which is really nice to see when you walk in. There's a lot of different options for meal plans, but the two most popular for first year students is either like our 2-swipe meal plan. So that's 2 swipe. Oh, I might be messing this up. I think I'm doing this right. Okay. 2 swipes a day, and I want to say $300 dining dollars. So dining dollars are extra money that you can spend around campus. We have some other food options like Subway, sushi, there's a pasta station, Dunkin', and Starbucks. Don't worry, you can have both. And then our pod, as Nate was talking about, which is like our little convenience store. So those are your extra dining dollars. Or there's like our unlimited access meal plan. So you can swipe in for every single meal into Cheney, and you have less dining dollars to fill that like third spot because you'd be going into Cheney for every meal. What else should I add about Cheney? I love it. It's good to get food. It's good to walk into a place and know people. I know like Nancy's gonna swipe me in every time I go in, and that's just really nice to walk into my dining center and just know the people who are serving me and have friendly conversation. I think going to college is scary enough, especially when like my mom just had food for me all the time, and that was so nice and comforting. So going out to get my own food is kind of daunting, but walking into Cheney, it's really comforting to like know you're in a family atmosphere and environment, and it's really good food. I like it.
I also just want to add, like Kay was talking about, the Union where Subway and the pasta station are. There's also like this Mexican grill. They recently changed it. So I don't think that really happens a lot that they change it, but sometimes they do. And also Domino's, you could use your dining dollars at Domino's too, but that's the only place. So yeah, you could use it off of campus.
Good, good. All right, you guys killed that portion. All right, for the students who have studied abroad, what were your experiences and anything you want to kind of share with our students?
I would suggest doing it. Great experience. Sadly, Dom came and I kind of got like sent home early because of COVID, but it's a great experience. I went to New Zealand, I went to Auckland, and basically it was just a great thing to kind of like get to know myself, because personally I never traveled by myself before. So like traveling over there, it's like stepping out of my comfort zone, and I met a lot of great people, had like a lot of great experiences. And Springfield College was just super nice about it, and they were like making sure that we were okay and everything. So I liked that. I still, even like across the world, still had that community family feeling with Springfield. So that was really nice.
Dom, Kay?
I'll go. We were just looking at each other like, who's gonna go? So I studied abroad in Norway at the American College of Norway, which is actually a Springfield College partner school. So students from Norway are coming to Springfield College, and I was actually the first student from Springfield to go to Norway. It's a pretty new partnership, but I'm excited for more people to go because it was amazing. So Emma and Dom, and I'm sure Dom will talk a little bit about this, went through programs. So a kind of third party helped them with that transition. But for me, because Springfield's a partner school, I work directly with ACN, we call it American College of Norway. So yeah, it was kind of just like a really easy transfer. You pay your Springfield College tuition, and you only have to pay for housing in the country that you're living in. So sometimes it'll be much cheaper living in a different country. Depends on the cost of living. I went alone to Norway. It was a crazy time, like a really great experience. I traveled mainly among Norway and the Scandinavian countries, but there's plenty of opportunity if you want to go travel and do 100 different things. That's awesome. Or if you just want to find a little home in a small town in Norway, that's awesome too. But it was something I never wanted to do. Looking at colleges, I was like, not for me. I didn't even listen really when they were talking about it. So it's okay if you're not listening to me right now, but you'll listen later because you want to go. But yeah, Springfield made the transition really easy. And like Emma was saying, you kind of find your Springfield community in every country. And that's a really cool thing to have and to hold on to.
Like Kay said, I did travel through a third party. So I traveled through CIS abroad, and that kind of made the transition a little easier for me and for the other people that I ended up when I was there. once I got there and we were all like in a CIS group, because like there were other programs that also studied in Sorrento, Italy. So we ended up getting like our own like personal, almost like a guide, I guess. He was there for us if we had any questions, if we needed help getting around town, we could contact him. We also like they hosted programs for us. So like we got to do a wine tasting. We went to different cities to like tour around and like just get to experience more things on like an Italian level instead of just like being like surface level, oh like, oh, I'm a tourist here. Like no, we got to like immerse ourselves in the culture and everything. Um I was lucky enough to study in Italy, so like I had access to going to other European countries. We did a lot more traveling within Italy itself, but I did get the experience to go to Barcelona. Some of the friends that I met in Italy, they went to like Morocco or like Switzerland, stuff like that. So like traveling within Europe is cheap if you look for the best deals for it. So I highly recommend it.
All right. So, a couple more questions. What are some of the, internships and shadowing experience that you have gotten involved with being at Springfield?
Um, for me, I'm required to do an internship for my major, so I had to look outside of our school, but I was in contact with the career center. They're really helpful with making your resume and creating a cover letter for different applications that you have to do. And ultimately, I ended up landing an internship with one of the professors in our program here on campus. So for me, it was an easy way to connect with other people that are in the program that will also benefit me in the future.
For the occupational therapy program, we have field works and internships set up by our advisors. Um, right now, I just filled out the application for my last two that I need to do before I graduate, so that's exciting. But besides that, there's a lot of places in the community that we have connections with that we can get out there to. Like I said, I never had a car, but my advisor did a great job of setting me up with someone that was also going to the same facility or somewhere nearby that I could be dropped off at. So that was nice.
I'll talk a little bit about education. We don't have like any internships, but it's like student teaching and things like that. So part of our major, some of our classes have like pre-practicums with it. So you'll like go into a classroom, we get to observe. What's great about Springfield College is you get experience early. So I was in a school and I was teaching my first lesson at the end of first semester. And I know with like other majors too, they kind of like throw you in there in like a good way so that you get to know if like, hey, this might not be for me, and you can switch majors like earlier rather than later. So that's super nice as well.
Just to add on to what Emma was saying, I think whatever your major is, there's a lot of opportunity to get involved in that as early as possible. So I'm with NATE MOT, and as soon as my sophomore year, I was offsite working in a facility, shadowing a professional occupational therapist. That taught me a lot of real life skills, like how to use a pager. I now know how to use a pager, which is really cool. So things like that. And then also, Emma was saying education, they get out there really early. Our AT athletic training students are working right in our athletic training room for our student athletes. They have required hours to go work, so they're shadowing the professionals that work in there, and they're working right with our student athletes. I think that's so cool. Our business or our sports management run our Hoop Hall Classic. That's a big event that happens on campus where we invite outside basketball teams. I don't know much about basketball, but the sports management majors like put that all on. So that's really great real life experience that's happening right on campus. So yeah, I think it's really awesome that Springfield will support you in deciding if this is actually what I want to do or not. And you're not graduating in 6 years with a doctorate and saying, oh, I don't actually like PT. You can figure that out really early, and they'll help you adjust your education, based on what you liked or you didn't like.
Cool, thank you guys. All right, two more. We're home stretch. In your opinion, how, is campus safe? Do you walking at night, what does that kind of feel for you guys?
I've never felt, oh, good.
You could go.
Oh, okay. Personally, I've never felt like unsafe on this campus, which is really nice because I've definitely had a lot of like late night sessions in the library and walking back by myself. But if you do like feel unsafe at any time, we do have the blue light system. And fun fact, it's never been used, obviously for testing and things like that. But you can press that if you ever feel unsafe. Our public safety officers will be there pretty fast. And I also think that if you don't feel safe walking back from the library at night, you can either call public safety and someone will walk you back. Again, as we were talking, like that community, everyone's there for each other, everyone's supporting each other. So if you don't feel unsafe, then there are ways to like feel safer.
Like Emma was saying, it is safe. Like a lot of late nights, 2 a.m. I'm walking around campus for, I don't know, a lot of reasons. But yeah, there's also an app like Rave. You could say you're at point A and then give it like 5 minutes. If you're not at point B, public safety will call you just to make sure that you are there in case you forgot to call them or in case something happened. So there is that. You could always, if you don't feel safe walking back, like Emma was saying, call public safety, or you could call one of your friends. So yeah, we're college students, we don't really sleep that much. So just call one of your friends. Sometimes they'll come and like walk with you. So it's always good.
Good, good, good. All right, last question, and this is an important one. For students who are joining us on this Zoom call, why would you personally encourage them to look more at Springfield College? And I think we'll have everybody answer this one, so we get different perspectives. But yeah, why would you encourage a high school student to look more at Springfield College?
I would encourage somebody to look more at Springfield just because we have a lot of diverse opportunities within our campus for you to get involved in. And we have a lot of things that are like very specific to our school. Like we have so many volunteer options that like that was a big thing for me to come into a school. Like other places I looked at didn't have that sort of like unique field where like we were engaged in the community and like we're also like you feel at home. So like being able to have a small class size and get to know your professors on a deeper level, it makes it a lot easier with your academics. So I would highly recommend just like looking more into like different majors and different programs that we have at the school.
I think this is just a really unique, magical place. And as soon as you step on campus, you're just going to feel at home here. And as soon as you enroll, you're part of a family, like a giant family. And that's the most comforting, like warm feeling ever to know that like the alumni will be on campus and you just feel connected to them in some special way. I think the campus also does a really good job of taking care of its students. And like welcoming you in and making sure you're known and heard and seen as your whole self. And that goes all the way to our leadership team. I mean, our president, President Cooper, is just the kindest person ever. I didn't think that would be something that would be so important to me, to know my president, and to just feel like I was known on campus. But it's really nice to be a part of this community and to feel like you can actually make a change here. So yeah, you're your whole self here and you're respected and valued for being whoever you are when you walk on campus.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I was going to say very similar things. Definitely, I feel like some people's, I know mine, obviously, high school like experiences were maybe not the best or like it felt cliquey or something like that. But once you're on Springfield, like it's not cliquey, like we're all friends here. Like everyone's so welcoming, everyone's so kind. Like we hold doors for people. And I know that's like a simple thing, but like anyone, like you could be like halfway across campus and someone will still like be holding the door waiting for you to come. So that's just like a good feeling that you feel valued and like everyone appreciates you, as Kay was saying, like appreciates you like for you, which is really nice. And I know it's just cheesy to say, but as soon as I walked on campus, it felt like my home and it's been my home ever since. So I think everyone should definitely look into it.
Yeah, kind of just to echo what other people have been saying already, like the biggest thing is growth. Like you in the best way possible. I'm not the same person that I was in high school. I feel like I've grown so much and just like this more understanding, welcoming, kind person. And I think the culture here really emphasizes that, and you really recognize that once you go off campus and you're like, why isn't everyone holding the door for me? And like, why isn't everyone saying hi like when I walk down the sidewalk? And you can feel how much it affects you like once you're not in the same environment anymore.
In my unbiased opinion, Springfield College is the best. But I just think it's really nice when, like Katie was saying, when you're walking down on the sidewalk and you're walking to class or something, and you see 4, 5, 6 people you know, and you get to say hi to people, you get to see familiar faces. And I just feel like I didn't go to a big school because that was important to me, seeing people that I know, knowing people around me, not just being somebody in a crowd, but being in a crowd of people that I like. So that's why I like Springfield College, and that's why you should look here.
I could go. Like Dom was saying, volunteering, our whole humanics philosophy is just something that is really important to me. And I know a lot of people that are here. So getting out into the community and volunteering, that's a big part of us. And not many schools do that. So if that's something that you're looking for, and feeling connected, like with your professors on day one, they like know everybody's name. It's like class 20, 25 students, sometimes less. So it's like they know your name, they know you, they're like, will talk to you if you need help. There's a bunch of offices on campus that you could really connect to. You could sit down with teachers, professors, like staff, faculty here, and it's just a warm, welcoming environment.
And I will also answer this question. I think a really big takeaway, from today and just looking at Springfield College is you're investing when you go to college, you're investing in your academic career and your future. But at Springfield, you're also you're getting a second family, you're getting a second home, and that's not something that a lot of other schools can offer you. And I think all of us on the panel are very biased to this school, and we love this place, but the feel about Springfield College is very different from a lot of other schools. So just keep that in the back of your mind when you're going to get a really good education, but you're also going to get friends and family that will last a lifetime, type of thing. So that is all the time we have today. Thank you everybody for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. If you guys want more information about Springfield, this virtual open house website is open all week, as well as there's a ton of information on springfield.edu. Check out, there's on this page, there's application waiver fees that you could waive, some free swag, and some prizes you can enter to win. So check all that out. And we are also open for tours. So if you guys want to come visit campus, please check out our student ambassadors and our beautiful campus. But again, thank you all for joining us, and we hope to see you all soon.